He claims that a Joe Biden-Harris van dropped off ballots in Nevada. Have a listen to this.
A second whistleblower we have not talked about before described leaving on, and I'm going to use the male pronoun again, leaving on his lunch hour. And while he was on his lunch hour, he decided to exercise around the counting center. While he was walking, he noticed a van pulled up at the center, marked Biden-Harris. The doors of the van were open. Ballots were clearly visible. Ballots were opened with letter openers, and ballots were filled in and resealed in envelopes. These people who were involved in this activity then decided to create a human shield around what they were doing in the van.
Okay, so number one, all hearsay. Number two, he hasn't filed any of this evidence with anybody to be investigated. That's number two.
I think he actually has an affidavit as well. I believe that one
it has not. It has not. I'm just giving you facts because I looked into this. It has not been filed officially. That's number two. Number three, he's already had a couple lawsuits that have been shot down, and he's been unsuccessful. The man
by Democratic judges.
By compromised judges. The man is having.
Let's keep in mind what happened with AB4.
They're all corrupt. I got you.
Oh, let's keep in mind what happened with AB4, which allowed for voter verification and signature verification to, in some cases, be avoided.
Okay, so I don't want to get back into the voter fraud stuff.
Well, that's AB4. That was a law that was passed 90 days ago by Governor Sisolak that passed out or that sent out ballots to every single registered voter in Nevada, whether they asked for them or not. And made signature verification. Actually, they asked for signature verification to go away entirely.
So I might have said this before. I don't remember if I've said this before, so I'll say it again. If there's evidence of widespread voter fraud, show it, file it in the courtroom, and the courts will handle it. I think I've said that before, but I'm not sure.
So why do you think if
I don't want to get into it.
We just brought up the Schlapp thing, but so this in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, and in Pittsburgh, in those two places, the people that were working at the actual polls, the watchers in those polls, in some cases they were allowed in, but they had to use binoculars to actually watch what was going on. If everything was on the up and up there and they weren't curing ballots left and right, which I believe they were because of the low rejection of mail-in ballot rates, but if everything's on the up and up, then why do they have a problem being watched? And that's a legitimate question. Why do you think that is, Brian?
Well, first of all, I'll say it again because you keep bringing it up. And by the way, just because people were using binoculars does not mean that there was voter fraud. It's a gross assumption. If there's evidence that there was voter fraud, share it with the public and file it in a court of law. I can't be more clear than that. I've said it about 20 times today, so I'm not interested in hearing all these conspiracy theories. Show us the evidence, prove it in a court of law. End of conversation. I'm not interested in hearing these conspiracy theories. And while the